Let me just say before we get started here that the following video is not, I think, going to be indicative of the types of videos that we're typically doing at Propensity for Curiosity in the future. I just want to get that out there. This is one I just saw the opportunity with the topic for the week. It was just too good of an opportunity to pass up to address a question that has been irking me for some time now, and I had to make a video. But please keep in mind, this is not going to be the same type of videos that we do in the future. So, all right, so you may or may not be aware that someone, I don't know who, started a website, and the sole purpose of this website is to allow you to calculate mathematically the exact number of 5-year-olds that you could take in a fight. And yes, I am serious about that. And I'm going to pull it up right now so that you can see it. There we are. How many 5-year-olds you could take in a fight. Yes. Now, let me say from the beginning that whoever started this site is pretty brilliant. I don't know if there's a better usage of the technology that we have today than creating a site that can calculate such a thing. And I'm saying that in all seriousness. This is pretty awesome. That said, I do think that the whole question hasn't been taken quite seriously enough to this point. And by that I only mean that I think there hasn't been the proper degree of, I guess, logical analysis applied to it. And so that's what I want to take a quick moment to do. So begin here, just take a quick look around the website. How many 5-year-olds you could take in a fight.com. You can go check it out yourself. You can calculate, according to the website, exactly how many should the need ever arise, and you need to just keep a tab on how many more you have before you be defeated. I think that's an important thing to know. So basically the way it works, you take a quiz, you plug in a few answers about yourself, and then it tells you exactly how many you can take. I won't do it now. I see here that you can also now calculate how many 90-year-olds you could take in a fight, which is an entirely different matter because there are wheelchairs and dentures and such involved. So I'm not even going to address that question. I'm sticking to just how many 5-year-olds you could take in a fight. So, all right. Now let's think about this for a second. On the surface, this seems like a pretty simple idea, right? The whole rationale is 2 5-year-olds should be harder to fight than 1 5-year-old. 3 5-year-olds should be harder to fight than 2 5-year-olds, and so on and so forth. And that makes sense. I'm with it with the website on that matter. However, I don't think it's quite that simple. I think if we dig a little deeper, we see that it breaks down at the higher numbers. So to illustrate that, I'm gonna bring up a publisher page here and do a little illustration, a little diagram for you. Okay, so we're gonna start out, do a few basic shapes here. Let's do this one. We'll make this guy blue, and that's gonna be you. So there's you, about ready to take on all of the 5-year-olds. Now let's draw a few smaller circles. These will paint red, and these are the 5-year-olds. So there's your first assailant, the little fiend coming to coming to murder you or take you down or whatever. I don't know what he's trying to do, but there's your first one. And let's say you can take him. So next comes another one. He's going to come over here on this side. Now you've got 2 to fight, so you can take them. It's getting a little bit harder here. We keep going around till we are surrounded. All right, now let's say you make it to this point. This is obviously not a very desirable position to be in with yourself surrounded by, what do we have here, 9 5-year-olds wanting to do you harm. I grant you that's not a good thing. However, I would also argue that that if you can make it to this stage, then it doesn't really get a whole lot harder from that point on. And so to illustrate that, we're going to add a few more. Let's go ahead and add another one, another row here. So now they can't really get to you. They have to kind of crowd in around. And that's going to pose a little bit more of a problem, I suppose. You know, let's say they all come on one side, you know, like this right here. So maybe there's going to be, you know, it's going to be out of balance. So like you're going to have some force coming at you on this side. So sure, that's going to be a little bit more of a problem, but you know, they can't really get at you as much. There aren't as many, you know, not as much biting or clawing, I suppose. So that's a good thing. And as they make the next circle again, the whole balance issue corrects itself because now they're balancing it out. You have them coming at both sides now. Keep adding a few more. And there we got our next circle. And at this point, really, things aren't going to get a lot worse because the next layer, they can't get anything, can't get near you at all, and they're not going to shift the balance very much. And, you know, after that, the third, fourth, fifth layer, like, what are they going to do? So, I don't know. Pretty soon you reach the point where it doesn't matter at all how many more 5-year-olds will be able to surround you because no additional 5-year-olds will have any effect on their collective attempts to murder you. And, you know, I think we're missing that. I don't think we're really considering that. So there you have it, a logical analysis of how many 5-year-olds you could take in a fight. I think we can finally say that this matter has been put to rest.